Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am doing my finishing step on this really nice carpet. It's really good shape. So I did the single step with the Rubbermaid green stripe rayon pad. I actually did run over it again with the Ironman pad because it felt a little bit damper than I liked. So it took me what 6 minutes or so to do that, just to give it a bit more drying, because I'm moving pretty quick. That's one of the reasons, because typically with most jobs, by the time I get back to actually the post vacuuming, it's usually been at least 30 minutes or so, and that's usually it makes a big difference as far as the carpet drying a little bit. So anyway, it was quick and easy just to run the Ironman over the carpet. Took me just a few minutes and just dried it a little bit. So we're good to go. So apparently this lady did do her research before she chose Oxy-Dry, and apparently she even went and watched some of my videos on YouTube. So when I told her I was going to do my video, she said, "That's great." She says, "I've watched some of your videos," but she didn't want to be on the video. So that's kind of funny. Actually, just gonna see. Oh, okay. We're over. Our house is just over to the right a little bit more. We can't see it from here, but we're not too far away from where I live, actually. Anyway, the carpet has cleaned up very nicely. I mean, not that it was really actually very soiled, really, but it was kind of had a dullness to it. So now it's really brightened up and put a bit of a sheen on it again. Clean off that kind of the oily, sticky stuff that sticks to the fibers and dulls the fiber down. So now it looks nice and bright again. So we're just thinking about something that happened a few years ago in relation to a text that I just got. Anyway, about our wives, and about a few years back, when, it's a long story, but we ended up in Manitoba, and it was about 10 years ago now, I guess. But anyway, it didn't work out, and I came back to the Okanagan a few months later, but I had to leave my wife behind there. We had a house there which we had to sell, and anyway, one day, a month or two in to, because I think it was about 4 months that I was here in Kelowna, my wife's back in Steinbach actually, and I got a phone call about midnight with my wife on the phone, and I answered the phone, and I've never heard her speak like this before. It really freaked me out. She just said, "Can you come now?" She was in dire straits. She was feeling absolutely terrible pain, and ended up in emergency, and she was really scared. I could tell that in her voice, and it freaked me out. I got the call at midnight. I was on a plane to Manitoba, 7 o'clock the next morning, and I was scared. Didn't know what was going to go on there, but thankfully in the end it turned out to be not a life-threatening thing, but certainly she was feeling terribly ill and didn't know what was going on, and neither did the doctors. Really quite pathetic. It wasn't until we moved back to Kelowna and she ended up to her doctor here, and the doctor here was able to diagnose gallstones, which is not a pleasant thing. But anyway, when our wives are ailing, we feel so helpless, and it's scary, because you want to protect your wife and be there for her, and have the answers. And when these things happen, they're out of our control. It's scary. So I pray for my wife every day. She's God's gift to me, that's for sure. I mean, literally. I went through a divorce about 30 years ago, and after that all ended and all, I began to pray, and I just asked God to bring, if it was His will, to bring a godly wife into my life, and that He did. It's just been just so thankful. What a tremendous difference. So appreciate what you got, guys. Be thankful, and if you're not going through that, well, all you have is prayer, and things will work out. God's always got a plan and a purpose in everything, even the difficult things that we go through. Remember the story of Joseph, who was sold into slavery, went through some terrible things, but in the end, all the things that he did worked out for the good. As he said at the very end of the story to his brothers, what you meant for evil, God meant for good. And of course he forgave them for how they wronged him when they actually sold him into slavery. What an incredible story. And a true story. They figured out who Joseph was in Egyptian history. He was a real guy. It really happened. Actually, it doesn't take very long to do the post vacuuming normally. I mean, I probably would be faster with using a rake or whatever, but I just like the idea of post vacuuming anyway, because you know you're gonna actually remove a little bit more particulates that might have been kicked up in the cleaning. It really impresses the customers when you do that, quite frankly. But if you're a low end kind of a carpet cleaner, I guess it's probably you don't really see the value of doing it, but I'm not, so this works for me. And I find it easier to push the vacuum back and forth than a rake anyway. I'm in my 60s. I'll be 65 in a few months. Actually, in let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess in about almost 6 months, I guess. That's crazy. I don't know how I got that old. Looking good. And as you can see, I'm pretty much done. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day.